Hello and welcome to the Daily Millwall for Monday the 21st of June 2021. In today's Millwall news, we have an exclusive from the Sheffield Star. This is the star.co.uk, it's the local paper for Sheffield. And it's Sheffield Wednesday reject Josh Windass bid as another championship club joins the hunt for his signature. Millwall are going to have to work harder to test Sheffield Wednesday's resolve on Josh Windass, with the Star led to believe that their first bid has been rejected. So, I guess that's the end of that then. So the Star revealed last week that the Lions, who are one of several clubs who have shown interest in signing the Owls attacker, however, the actual value of the bid is yet unknown. It is understood that Wednesday swiftly rebuffed Millwall's first offer not long after it came in, and it would appear that it's going to take a much improved bid for them to even consider selling the 27-year-old. Windass has 1 year left on his current deal at Hillsborough. However, it is also thought there isn't a 1 year option written into it that places the ball firmly in the club's court as interest from elsewhere continues to grow. It's thought that Preston, QPR, Fulham and West Brom have all been keeping a close eye on the former Wigan Athletic man's status, while Stoke City are now believed to have joined the party as they consider potentially making a move for him. Interest from the Championship will come as no surprise, given Windass's return of 9 goals and 6 assists in 41 games as the Owls battled unsuccessfully against relegation corners, causing problems for many a defence when he was given a chance. Wednesday are due to start their pre-season this week, with testing taking place on Friday before they head out to Wales, and Windass, who has been working hard over the past few weeks to stay in shape, is expected to be part of the travelling group. The club's ongoing financial issues, including problems with unpaid wages, may tempt them into selling players who have a bit of value during the current transfer window, even if that does mean losing their best players. However, it remains to be seen whether they will be prepared to budge on last season's top scorer. More Windass inquiries are expected as the transfer window goes on, but only time will tell whether a deal could be struck by the time it comes to a close at the end of July. So that's another thing to consider as well. So if they got financial issues, if they get a transfer embargo and they're not allowed to buy any players, then they're not going to sell any players. They're going to stick with what they got, because if they sell, it's no good selling all these players if you've got a transfer embargo and you can't bring anyone in. That's going to be an absolute nightmare for them, and then they're going to find themselves at the bottom of League One, which has 4 relegation places. And it could be really, really bad time for them. So, if they do get that kind of penalty put on them, I don't see them selling anyone. They'll probably try and just get rid of their worst players, not their best players. Maybe try and loan them out somewhere, get rid of them for some way, do a bit of finessing, but they won't get rid of their best players if they can't bring anyone in because of a transfer embargo or something like that. So, bid has been rejected. We've been here before. We've had bids rejected before. Chris Wood, Kiefer Moore, all gone on to do really well. So, yeah. It's doesn't seem to be happening, not at all. So there you go. Let's move on now to this is from news@den.co.uk, and this is a story, a little interview of Scott Malone, and it's about the last game of the season when we were absolutely smashed 6-1 by Coventry. Looks like you don't care, but that wasn't the case. Millwall defender reflects on Coventry defeat. Scott Malone admitted the last game of the 2021 season felt like a letdown, and you can see how it looks. But the Millwall wingback said the players felt horrible in the dressing room after their 6-1 defeat to Coventry. The Lions had little to play for on the final day, and Malone said it looks like you don't care, but he stressed that wasn't the case at all. Malone revealed there was a deadly silence in their dressing room after the game before acknowledgements for the departing players, including Shane Ferguson, Sean Williams and Frank Fielding. It wasn't the way the squad wanted to end the campaign after consecutive top half second tier finishes for the first time since 2005. It kind of felt like, for me anyway, it was like a little bit of a letdown after what we had done in the season, Malone said. No one wants to end that way, conceding 6 goals. You can half see how it looks as well. Last game of the season, nothing to play for, you lose 6-1. And it looks like you don't care when that wasn't the case at all. Everybody in the squad had the intention of finishing strongly. We conceded 6, something we hadn't done all season, and it looks bad on the record. That's something that can't happen again next season. If we're going to do what we want to do, it just can't happen. It wasn't a feeling we wanted after such a tough season. We wanted to get in there and put the music on, have a bit of a good time for an hour or so before we parted ways for 7 or 8 weeks. But it was deadly silent. To be honest, it was horrible. One of the worst feelings we've had during the season. A few words were said that basically it wasn't good enough. But then it was on to, look, this is what we've got to do next season. Then there were thanks for all the efforts. There are a few good words for some great people that were leaving the club. Fergie, Willow. I thought that needed to be said after the game, which was quite nice. Some good things and some bad things were said after the game. But when it was done and it was done and left behind us. So that's a interview there with Scott Malone about that last game of the season. Indeed, yes, it was pretty shit, Mr. Malone. Very shit indeed. So that's just a random interview they had. Thought I'd share it with you. And now we come on to this. This is another job advertisement from Millwall. So there's been quite a few of these recently. I don't know now. When they went into lockdown, I'm not sure if they made a few people kind of redundant or whatever. If they had to let them go or something like that, just to save some money. They tried furloughing people. So I'm not sure what happened with that. But there's been like 3 or 4 advertisements about coaching jobs at the club, physio jobs, that kind of thing. And we've got one here. This is from millwfc.co.uk, the club's official website. It says Millwall hiring lead academy goalkeeping coach. Millwall Football Club's academy is looking to recruit a new head of academy goalkeeping coach to deliver a programme spanning from under 9s to under 23s. The successful candidate will report directly to head of academy coaching and will be responsible for the running and implementation of the academy's goalkeeping coaching programme. The academy is looking for an individual who is reliable, passionate and enthusiastic to work across the different phases within the academy, working with the professional phase goalkeepers and staff on a day-to-day basis while managing and mentoring the part-time goalkeeper coaches within the department. The successful candidate will be expected to deliver sessions that follow the goalkeeping coaching curriculum and have an in-depth knowledge of the current subject area with the 4-corner module, whatever that is. For a full jobs description and details of how to apply, click here. Closing date for applications is Monday the 28th of June 2021, which is next Monday. So not long to go. So what do they expect from this job? Let's have a little look. What do we find? So, job title, goalkeeping coach, full-time, competitive, salary. Based at Well Hall Training Centre, Kidbrooke Lane, Eltham, London, SE96TE. Responsible to Kenny Brown, Head of Coaching. Most of that I've just read already. So the role will involve flexible working hours in conjunction with the Academy's games programme. There will also be administrative tasks involved within the role, implementing player reviews, session plans to ensure we meet the desired criteria of the EPPP. Good knowledge and experience of the PMA system is essential. This is an exciting opportunity for an individual to develop as a coach in an elite environment while working with the players and helping to install and lay down the foundations for the next generation of Millwall FC goalkeepers. Essential requirements: FA goalkeeping A license, UEFA B license outfield, FA Advanced Youth Award, Up to date DBS, EFAIF, and safeguarding and welfare certificates. Clean driving license. Member of the FA Licensed Coaches Club. Okay. Okay. Blah 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 blah. So there you go. Interview dates are on Thursday and Friday, which is the believe is the date when they go back to the pre-season training starts on 1st of July, I believe. So there you go. Like, you need all these things, all these requirements, these hoops you've got to jump through to get a goalkeeping coach role. That's weird, isn't it? Back in the day, you just had to be a decent goalkeeper, but now you've got to have all these coaching certificates and all this other stuff. And then the kicker is at the bottom here. You've got to complete a diversity monitoring form. So when they wonder why there aren't that many coaches of a certain type involved in the game, this might be one of the reasons why, when you need about 6 or 7 different certificates just to do, I'm not saying it's an easy job, but it's basic kind of entry level job. Well, it's not really entry level, I suppose. It's a head. It's kind of a managerial role, sort of, because you'll be managing part-time goalkeeping coaches. Okay, so there you go. But it's good to see, like I said, the club's hiring a few of these kind of coaches and physios and kind of thing, which is a good sign of health progress when there's a company or a business is hiring people. And I've shown you 4 or 5 of these adverts over the last month or so for different jobs at the club. Now I don't know if that's because they got rid of people during the lockdown or what is happening, or they're having to replace them, but it does seem like another positive thing. Where we've already seen John Berylson pay for improvements at the training ground, building work, pitch renovation at the training ground, pitch renovation at the den. So it seems the finishing touches, little flourishing touches, are being put into the system to make it work better. And that's all you can do, is just day by day, step by step. How can I make this better? How can we make this better? Let's make this better. So it seems they're doing that, which is a good thing. It's just a shame that our bids for players get turned down and then they go on to play really, really well for other teams. So we're identifying the right players. It's just we can't manage to get them to come to the club. We'll see how it goes. So that's it for today's Millwall news. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.